See? But, if a man whistles at a woman, that's rape. Or if a man is masculine, that's mentally ill now and criminal, according to the American Psychological Association. But if you are on TV and you're a convicted axe murderer, famous drug dealer with a kid talking about using drugs who dances at gay bars, strip clubs, then it's like totally normal. So like I said, why not have Kevin Spacey with the Desmond is Amazing? Why not have Kevin Spacey teach sex ed to 5-year-olds? Because, Jocelyn Elders was a black lady in an admiral outfit like L. Ron Hubbard. You call him crazy for wearing an admiral outfit. Well, hell, she's wearing an admiral outfit. So, okay, L. Ron Hubbard's crazy over here. Well, what about these people dressed up with these kids doing this? You got a woman in an admiral outfit going, reach down, and the teachers, don't be ashamed. Get up, help them, do it. Should we play her? I think we have the audio, don't we? We have some of her testimony about the wanting to teach your kindergartners. Let's play the clip of that, then we'll go to Millie Weaver. We'll hold her a little bit in the next hour or two. Here it is.
Regard to masturbation, I think that is something that it's a part of human sexuality, and it is a part of something that perhaps should be taught.
But it's not your job to be doing it to kids. And parents don't do that. What the hell are you talking about, you creepazoids? Millie Weaver, there's a lot to get into, the wall, the crisis, the national emergency, everything else. But the truth is, they're coming for our kids. And if we let a bunch of twisted, mentally ill, college trash, I'm not saying everybody's bad went to college, but if we let a bunch of just ne'er-do-well control freaks from college and all these other groups literally march in and take our kids, then we deserve what we get. But the problem is, even those of us that say, keep away from my kids, they say, keeping us away. We didn't take things over for no reason. We're going to put our hands on them, and we're going to have sex with them. So, what do you make of this and where this is going?
Well, I think that Google and their subsidiaries have been participating in the sexualization of our children, which we can get more into on the other side of this break that's coming up. But what I'll tell you is that an FTC complaint has been filed over Google having inappropriate apps for children that have ads that pop up that show sexualized images of girls and violent advertisements to children. So big tech has a role in sexualizing our children. All the while, they are censoring political speech and satire.
Well, exactly. No, they want to censor us so they can then go after all the kids and literally ruin they want their souls. Google wants to rape your children. Here with us. It makes me so upset, Millie Weaver, that this type of stuff is going on, and you have the total sexualization of children. They admit they're doing it. They're doing more and more horrible things every day out in front of us. And you reminded me of, 6 months ago, there was a big study done of Google and YouTube particularly, thousands of advertisers and sites with sexualization and showing children porn, basically. But it was cartoon porn, and adults having sex with children, but it's cartoon. And law enforcement wants it made illegal. Well, what should be illegal is pushing it on kids. Even if it's a cartoon, and a child wasn't actually abused, it's being used to teach children that that's what you do is you have sex early, and with an adult, it's the most abusive, evil crap. And then I went and looked at the study and the articles, and they even pulled some of it up earlier. And I said, take it down. And again, this is being shown to children. I will not show this on an adult show. And by adult, we're not trying to be adult in that we want to show racy stuff. This is what they're doing to our kids, man. And yeah, it's embarrassing to look at it. It makes me want to attack people. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take action against them politically. But, Millie, you have a great son. You've got another child on the way. Congratulations, you and Gavin.
Thank
you. And it just... being a parent, it makes you even more freaked out, and to see how big this is and to know that big tech in general. I remember it came out like 10 years ago that an internal Sumner Redstone document came out at Viacom. And they said, we have successfully at MTV and Nickelodeon lowered the age of sexualization to 10. We're going to even target lower to not just the tweenies, but down to age 5 with full sexualization. Because we found if we brand them to a sexual thing, that sexual appetite can then be branded to specialty brands we create. So beyond just pure evil wanting to have sex with kids, they are abusing them to traumatize them to then create a neurotic fetish that is branded and trademarked by Viacom to control them throughout life as a customer. Because, yeah, I bet a kid remembers the first person to have sex with them, okay, especially if it's underage and pedophilia and brutal. So if you mentally rape the child under trauma-based mind control, that's what this is MK Ultra. If you do that, you then have them for life addicted to the product that was associated with it. Now that is evil. Billy.
You know, parents need to be careful about what apps they're allowing their children to download on their tablets and smart devices. I know I myself have allowed games to be put on my phone for my young son to keep him occupied in stressful moments. And what happens is that these games may seem innocent, but they have where this complaint is arising. Now, this advocacy group has filed a 100-page complaint with the FTC asking to hold Google accountable and investigate Google over these apps. These are apps that are recommended for children under 8 years of age, and they're having advertisements that show children sexualized in the ads. It says one game has over 10 million downloads, and it features ads of sexualized images of young girls. They also have ads that show and promote gambling, alcoholic beverages, violent video games. Another game allegedly models harmful behavior, such as teaching children to clean their eyes with sharp instruments. This is what's happening right now on Google
I'm sorry.
platforms.
That's the other big obsession, is teaching them how to commit suicide and cut and harm themselves. It's not like there's a few things there. I'm not even trying to see this stuff on the internet, and I see it all over the place. It's just being force-fed at adults, too. And, of course, there's popular, I forget what it's called, where hot women are mean to dogs and cats. And again, it's very popular to have your eyes burn out with Drano by liberals. And by the way, if you're a new listener, I'm not joking. If you're a radio listener, we're putting all this on screen. I wish to hell we were making this up. We're not making this up.
It's demented. And all the while, we have these Google and their subsidiaries like YouTube having advertisements which are inappropriate on kid-based channels on YouTube. The kids are being exposed disturbing content. Meanwhile, YouTube and Google are focusing all of their censorship capabilities and efforts into censoring adults engaging in political speech and political satire.
Well, of course,
that
if you're
shows
a
the
group,
real issue.
If you're pushing this child-harming, basically devil worship, child rape, and you're a bunch of satanic demons in San Francisco flying around in private helicopters above zombies and human feces everywhere, then of course you want to ban people trying to stop. Of course the pedophile networks are trying to stop us defending the children. I mean, they mean business. They're like a wolf coming for our kids, and they're saying, you're going to shut up? Look, if you come in a house and you're going to torture some people to death or rape their kids, you first like to tie them up. And so they're just tying us up right now like a spider ties up a fly before it takes its time having that meal. It likes to terrorize the fly. It likes to come over and pet on it and kiss it a little. Get that, because spiders, I guess, kind of like psychos, they like that smell of fear. And then you plunk the fangs in. But see, first you pump in a little venom to just have it all kind of liquefy out. But they don't bite the head. They like to keep it alive. The spider knows just how to bite to keep it alive, so it's barely alive like a zombie. And then after it's been terrorized and paralyzed for a couple of days, it comes over and it sinks the fangs in and has a meal.